Going back over this, I got to read Mary Shepherd kidnapped. There was no reason to attach King Philip's name to this area. King Philip's War incident occurred 350 yards from Nashoba Hill, on a hill between it and Nagog Pond. Now, this is all new information, and I am goddamn excited. Supposedly, there's a name issue. There's no Mary Shepherd recorded, but there's a Mary Powers. It's a debate, and it's all that it says. But the Mary Powers, I believe, had two brothers, and I guess that's what they go on in the for the incident that happened here. Of course, during the first Native American War, Chief Metacom attacked this town, Littleton, Air, Groton, which all this was connected at one point. Groton was into Air Shirley. Littleton was Boxborough. Like I say in other videos, they were all connected. Littleton and Groton were the biggest towns back then and was connected. So, took them all by surprise. Now, this is very interesting. Nashoba Hill, I thought to be, in the first video, I thought to be the Nashoba Valley Ski Resort. And then I looked up on the map, and it kind of led me over to the park I was at, or the hill I was at, Nagog Hill. Just, let's say about 1.5 miles, 2 miles from that. But in this, it says that, yes, Nashoba Valley Ski Resort is the hill. And also in this article, it goes on to say Mary stole a horse and escaped to Chelmsford 3 days later. That explains of, who was what, where, when. But here is what I cannot stand. This is what I mean. You read down here, King Philip is the arch enemy and an Indian of the Puritan colonists in all things English, personifying to them all that was heathen, wild, and savage in the New World. And that's how they explain King Philip. They also got his club down here that was actually stolen, mind you. My father read all, I think he has an article of this, but it was all stolen. Someone stole it but brought it back. But that's his club down there that resides at the Fruitland Museum. But it also goes on to say that he is in the hill conducting heathen powwows, is an indication of the non-Christian associated in Puritan times with the sounds emanating from this hill, just as signifying the Sashim Tatawan, supposed to be a convert, is also in the caverns beneath the hill. So anyways, as I got rudely interrupted, also caverns beneath the hill conducting ghostly powwows, virtual rituals to Hobomuk, with the most feared Indian in Massachusetts history. And I think they're talking about King Philip. I don't know if Hobomuk, I forget what that was as they were going through it, but I know that Tahatawan is the chief. King Philip But I'm about to wonder if that hobo muck is something they went to with the most feared Indian in Massachusetts history. War clubs like this. The sounds from the hill are the roaring of their rebellious voices. Tahatawan, associated with the place of Hobomuck's voice, or Hobomuck must be another chieftain. And thence Nashoba praying Indian village has in the end become one of the heathen voices of the hill, if not the king under the mountain himself. I mean, this right here, man, is something I've been looking in for. And of course, this came out in 2009, and my man Dave from Vermont, Dave from Vermont sent me something similar to this, but it didn't have this. This is all new. And now that this has came up, very damn interesting. All looking at that stone. You know, I used to work at the Bigfords. That's why I stopped there and did a video there. But I used to work at Bigfords in Acton. For some reason, I never I passed by that stone hundreds of times and never looked at it. I mean, sometimes I probably just didn't even realize it was there. But, you know, ever since I started my journey, this man right here, Metacom, the great Chief Metacom, is what I like to call him. Everything's been sticking out like a sore thumb. Things have been coming in dreams, and believe it or not, I mean, it just gets insane. And now that stone is very worn. I know it's been sitting there for a long time. It's hard to read. But what I did get out of it and putting the name in, and they're still calling her Mary Shepherd on the stone, which, yeah, debates that it could be Powers, but just that, let alone me stopping there. Boom. Story like this comes up. More information I've been looking for. And like I say before in other videos, I've looked up this stuff numerous times. At first, when I started looking up, there was nothing. Nothing came up. Just stuff you read in the books of school and stuff like that. And when I got that dream of the John Fitch Mines, that brought me forth to a little bit more. Of readings from back from Amherst College in the 1800s. Someone put out a report. And that led me to more things and more things. And now I'm all of a sudden up to this. So it's like, wow. Of course, here we are with the sacred grounds. In the Nashoba shaman in sacred ground. Evidence indicate that the Nashoba praying Indian village was a uniquely special place and chosen for religious reasons of the Native Americans. Hubbamuck lived like a king in the depths of the rumbling hill, and shaman sought him here in vision quest in the underground chambers, living among Tahatawan's folk in the village on the granite island, and island with the roots deep into the earth. So I mean, just like I say, or whatever these Native American spirits are underneath there. And this has been on all kinds of mountains, especially Mount St. Helen, which I cover, and the old man not the old man, but the New Hampshire mountain with the Indian face that was, landslide in just by freaking nature. And you see the Indians' head up there on the mountain. And that's what they did with these mountains. Even though King Philip is said to be here too, or the shamans just bringing their spirits there. Whatever the case may be, I'm surprised they didn't put them up on Mount Wachusett, but this is stuff that I've been looking for way back then, and now it's just coming up, like I say. And I gotta get into this Sarah Doublet Forest. and on the hill between Nagon Pond and Fort Pond from its inception as a plantation. So, yes, Indians did live in that forest. They did live up on the hill. They lived all through that area. And, it's just insane, man. And then there's 6 altars of Nashoba, meaning these things here. Like, ritual stones, which stacking stones on one another in the woods is either a dead warrior or chief. Pretty much more or less warriors. Like I say, back in the day when they couldn't get their Native American people home to bury them right, they buried them on the spot of their death. And everybody that remembers where they were left a stone in honor. And these goes, and there's even one in the Moon Meadowbrook, where I was the other day, so it's like, damn. But this is a very good article, and it says you can't get on the Nashoba Valley. I'm about to wonder if I offer money this summer, if I can get up there. 'Cause I would love to get on top of this goddamn mountain for sure. Gotta try that. Nagon Pond I've already seen that, but I want to get in the forest part. There is an Indian new town in the Sierra Doublet Forest. Heart of the old village, of course. All goes on with stuff that you can look into, but this was some good findings. And the witchcrafting and everything else, like I say, that's sacred lands. That's what they were made for. What these creatures were made for. Stay off the sacred lands. It's good they got it as a forest now, but you can walk through it, pay your respects. That's all I ask and say. Of course, I always say that. Orbs, I want to know what the hell that is right there, boy. I want to catch my own orbs. Gonna see what I can do to get there out at night. Other than that, that's that. And now that I know that the King Philip spirit probably either comes back once in a great while, that's enough for me. Or they brought back another Native American fierce Indian of Massachusetts there too. See what I mean? That's all it is about. Protecting land. Keeping people off it. That's it. And to me, man, I want to honor this place. I want to get up there, and summer's coming, and hopefully this corona crap don't keep on pissing me off. Yeah. But anyways, a lot of stuff in this cities, towns that bring forth great Chief Metacom, and this guy too, Tatahawan, if I said that right, Tatahawan, and the other guy, can't even remember that name, the big chief of the hill. So whatever it may be in that hill, like I say, stuff being made, tunnels being made and blown up, or whatever the case, or here we are with Native American spirits, chiefs, in their power. Whatever it may be. Walk on that land, respect it. Throw your right hand up. Sit Indian style, I claim. That's what I do. I would love to bring some peace music there and play it too, but still got to figure out a way to bring in some music type equipment so it don't die on me or whatever. That's right. That's how you get in there and pay respect to the Native American land. Excited for this. I want to get up there. Now I know exactly where it is. I knew it was over there, but then it was this and that. It's like, God damn it. You know, like I say, this is the thing though. When I look up stuff in the past, it's like, it wasn't there, but now everything's coming up. So, I don't know, man. Something pulling me in. Till that next video. Be safe, take care, and always believe. Pay respect to your natives. Out.